It's the first day planting in Newfoundland on the ecocentric homestead, that is anyway. I have 3 things to be planting today. It's a little bit of a wind. I hope it doesn't mess with the sound too much. If it does, I'll have to do a voiceover. Carrots. Carrots are biennial, and I usually plant them when I harvest my carrots in the fall. I'll take the best 6 of my carrots and plant them to grow to seed the following year. But this year was an anomaly. I'll bring you in close and show you why. On January the 1st and January the 3rd, we had minus 29 Celsius and minus 27 Celsius respectively. And at that period, we usually don't have much snow cover. When the snow melted this year, I checked here on my plantings, and I found that the carrots, every one of them, had gone to mush. So I checked my documentation, and it says that carrots are hardy to zone 4. So I'm assuming that that abnormal dip in temperatures in the 1st of January was just too much for them, and they froze. Turnips, or this is rutabaga actually, they are already to zone 2, so it didn't hurt them. They're all growing nicely. So not much to planting your carrots to grow to seed the next year. You just, as I said, you take up your crop, you look for what you consider to be the most perfect carrot, and select 6 carrots is going to be way more seed than I need. But for the sake of genetic diversity, I pick at least 6. Just poke a hole down. Deep enough that the top of the carrot is just barely poking out. And you drop your carrot down. Then just firm the soil in around them. It's supposed to be cloudy and raining off and on for the next few days. These are starting to sprout, so they should do just fine like that. Over here, I have 6 beets. This is a first for me. The carrot, when I harvest the seed, the frost has already started in October. So hopefully this little bit of a delay is not too much, and I will still get a harvest of seed this year. Beets, I don't even know what the seed plant looks like. So I'm going to plant these. I have 6 here. They are already to zone, what was it, 6A I think. So in zone 5, you have to store them in a cool, dark place. So I put them in my root cellar. And I'll plant these as well with the bulb. I'm going to plant them with the bulb about halfway into the soil. So I'm hoping this is right. We can still have frost, but this is their second year, so I'm assuming they'll do just fine. Those are also already sprouted. I have ants. They're making their home in this side. Not that I normally worry about ants. This is another first. As you know, the weather goes up and down year by year. And on the years when we can get those little onion sets in the ground May the 1st or shortly after, you get a good crop of onions. When it gets after that, after the middle of May, because the sets are, to my understanding, they're a partially grown onion and then artificially may go dormant, that when it gets hot weather, they think they're in their second year and they bolt to seed. Or at the very least, they don't give you a very good bulb. We only have 10 days of what they call summer weather, but they're all compressed into last of July, 1st of August. And when the onions get to that point, they bolt. So, this year, I'm trying from seed. I had several different kinds of seed, as you might know. And the Southport White Globe and Red Globe, nothing come of them. I tried twice and they just didn't germinate. So what I have, here's the Walla Walla. This is the conserver shallots and red spring onions. I've soaked these so that they can come apart easy, and I'm going to start on this end and put Walla Wallas in here, and if they don't fill out the bed, I'm going to put some shallots in the end, and then with the red springs I'll start on that bed and go out. See, this is the first, so exactly what I'm doing here, I don't know. I've hardened these off. I've soaked them down now, and for the next few days we're supposed to have cloudy and rain off and on. So they should do fine. I teased them all apart. 245 onion plants, Walla Walla onion plants, out of a $3.45 packet of onion seed. That's not bad considering you pay, I believe it's $5 for a pack of 100 sets at Canadian Tire. These are supposed to be planted 4 inches apart, and I decided that would take a long time to do that, eyeballing it. I'm gonna use a template. So I went in my shop and drilled some holes in this 34-inch long piece of wood. I've got a little dowel. And I can put one out on the other side of it. Then I can go at about 4 inches. Planting them the square foot gardening method, basically. And I'll do that all the way down the bed. But 245, I don't think I'll be able to fit 245 on one bed. I'm not really firming the soil around, I'm just pushing it back. Well, they all fit in one bed. Just barely, but they fit. I separated out the red onions. I have just 117 of those. And so that'll do half the bed. I'm going to plant them in here now. I thought of a much better idea that would make planting these so much faster. I have trenches made down the bed about 5 inches apart. Now I'll lay out the onions in the trench at about 4 inches apart, and then just press in on either side of the trench. And then the onions are planted. You'll have to set one trench at a time though, because as you just seen, the onions in the further trench will get in the way of pushing the soil back in on the one trench you're trying to do. My arms are short, I can't reach across a 3-foot bed. So that board is how far I got with the red spring onions. And Mr. Rabbit running around in the background. There's my pile of shallot plants. I have 74 shallot plants. Bed complete. Now to water it in. I have to leave that stick across there as a divider between where I planted the onions on this side, the red spring onions, and the conservative shallots on this side. That's the end of the plant started from seed, right there at that stick there. I don't know if I mentioned in an earlier video, but I have these Ambition onions as a shallot type, and I'm going to plant them out. Just show you what the seeds look like here now. So there's the onion seeds. And they're very small seeds, so you plant them similar to what you would plant carrot or turnip or whatever, but you have to try to plant them as thinly as possible, and that is much thinner than you would plant your carrots. So as we do with carrots, make a little trench and then just try to get 1 or 2 seeds per inch. Then just brush it like that. Then you have to keep the soil moist until they sprout. See where I've got the Ambition shallots planted. I'm thinking I'll plant some lettuce transplants spaced out among that bed, and that's what there'd be total in that bed. It's cold and wet. Not so miserable right now. It was raining, misty rain all day yesterday, and the temperature got up to like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. Hasn't rained so far this morning. Things are starting to dry out, but I've got these pants on so that if I want to sit down on the grass, I don't have to worry about getting wet. I've got all the onion plants planted and that packet of seed. As I've been saying, it's my first year growing from seed. So I have some sets. I really wasn't expecting to get as many onion plants as I got. And now I have almost 3 beds filled out there. That is all the beds that I can afford to dedicate to onions. I'm going to plant some of these in among like the cole crops. Then I'm going to wander around the yard putting in onion sets here and there and see what happens. I have 1 packet of white onions, 2 packets of yellow onions, and a packet of Spanish onions. They didn't have any red onions there. There is usually somewhere around 100 sets in a pack. It actually goes by weight, 225 grams. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to throw them all in this bowl. And mix them up. Since I'm planting them wherever, I can't really put signs in for what's what anyway. And besides that, I will be able to tell the difference between Spanish, white and yellow onions. We just go like that, then go out and push in some onion sets. By the snowball bush. This is of course the second year of having things by the snowball bush, so I'm fighting weeds. Along by the front fence now, I'll have to space them out because there's going to be sunflowers and peas and marigolds and another flower, I can't remember the name of it, and California poppy. So there's quite a lot to be planted along this fence. I'm going to have to deal with weeds along the way. So I'm going to have to stop this and take care of weeds. I'll put up this video, then I'll give you another update, and I'll include the onion bulbs in the next update.